Good day, students. This lesson will be about cumulative frequency curve. To teach this topic, we'll be using a question as an example. Alright, the first thing we are given here is that this frequency distribution is of marks awarded to 100 candidates in an examination. Right? So the total marks is 100. And then now you are given this frequency table to complete. Right? So this is what we are given. This is a group data. So we have scores from 1 to 10. We have one person getting that. Scores between 11 to 20, 3 persons, 21 to 30, 4 persons, and so on. Then for the cumulative frequency, we have to complete the table here. If you notice that we are given the first number as a starter. And then for us to get the cumulative frequency, we add the frequency each time. And we must end up with the total number of candidates that we are given. So we add 1, we have started with 1, then we have 1 plus 3 gives us 4, then we have 4 plus 4 gives us 8, 8 plus 16 gives us 24, and then 24 plus 25 will give us 49, 49 plus 27 will give me 76, 76 plus 10 gives me 86, 86 plus 8 will give me 94, 94 plus 4 will give me 98, and 98 plus 2 will give me 100. And remember, you must finish with the number that we started with. So we have 100 candidates, we must end up with 100 in the cumulative frequency at the end. Okay, now that we have completed the table, the next step is to draw our curve on our graph. Now the graph has been set up for you already. It is in 2 centimeter spaces. Okay, so on the x-axis we have score, and we use the upper boundary. And on the cumulative frequency side, on the y-axis, we have the scores for the cumulative frequency. Okay, and so we are going to plot the points now. So for the first one, you notice that when the score is 10, we have 1. So it is already here. When it is 20, it is 4. When it is 30, it is 8. So for 40, it is 24. For 50, it is 49. For 60, it is 76. For 70, it is 86 up here. For 80, it is 94. For 90, it is 98. And finally, for 100, it is 100. Alright, so we have the points plotted. We are now going to draw the curve, or join the points. So let's draw the points. Students are drawing yours, it will be perfect. Okay, your curve should look something like this. Alright, that's almost what the curve should look like. Alright, so now that we have drawn the curve, there are some questions we need to answer. But before we answer, we need to find what we call the quartiles. Alright? So the quartiles, the word quart means a quarter. So since we had 100 candidates, we are going to divide the 100 into quartiles. So the first quartile, we call it Q1, which is the lower quartile. which is the 25th mark, or a quarter times 100. Then we have Q2, which is the median. And I'm certain you are familiar with the word median. That's the middle score. Or half times 100. Or 50th mark. Then we have Q3, which is the upper quartile. Is the 75th mark, or Q over 4 times 100. Now students, for the quartiles, it doesn't necessarily mean that everything, all of them will be out of 100. It could be out of 120. It could also be out of 200. Whatever the total score is, you still find the quarter, the half, and the 3/4 of it. So we know that if it was 120, then we know that the quarter mark for 120 would have been 30. The half mark would have been the 60th mark, and the upper quartile would have been the 90. Okay. If it was 200, then you know that the quarter mark would have been 50, the half mark would be 100, and the 3/4 one would have been 150. So it depends on what the total number is. Alright, how do we find these quartiles from your graph? Alright, so let's go back over here now. We go over here and we're looking for the lower quartile. So we look for the 25th mark on the cumulative frequency side. So you know 25 would be halfway between 20 and 30. So what we do is to draw broken lines from the 25th mark to the graph, or to the curve. So we draw broken lines, and it must touch the curve, and then we come down. Alright, so our Q1 falls on 40, so Q1 will be equal to 40. Then we go to the median, which is the 50th mark, and we already see what it is. The 50th mark here. We draw broken lines also to touch the curve, and then we come down. So we have your broken lines, and your median is 50. So Q2 will be equal to 50. And then we go to the 3/4 mark now, which is 75. We find between 70 and 80. And we draw broken lines right across. And we come down. Alright, so my Q3 upper quartile is 60. Alright, so that is how you would find your upper quartile, lower quartile, and your median from the graph. And you must show your broken lines to show how you got it. Alright. Moving on. You can also be asked to find your interquartile range. And that is equal to Q3 minus Q1. Now since we know Q3 to be 60 and Q1 to be 40, then our interquartile range will be 20. You can also be asked to find the semi-interquartile range. That is equal to Q3 minus Q1 over 2. That is equal to, we already found Q3 minus Q1, so and it is 20, so we divide that by 2, that will give me 10. Alright, so that is finding our upper quartile, lower quartile, median, interquartile range, and semi-interquartile range. Alright, so that's basically what the quartiles are. And this is how you would plot the graph by first completing the table, and then you plot the graph with the score against the cumulative frequency. Okay?